What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. And tonight, actually, all this week, I've been bitten by the nostalgia bug. So I've been on a little bit of a craze about Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color systems. I've been thrilled by it all this week. And Sunday stream that I did really sparked that. So I got a bunch of cool stuff to show you guys tonight and talk about just a lot of Game Boy stuff. But before we get into the good stuff tonight, here's where you guys can find this video and all of my others on the platform. So on Twitter at WillYork_23, Twitch Tuxedo28, and YouTube Will York. You guys can also hit me up on Discord. The text logo on the right side of your screen will guide you on your way to Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. I'm also streaming on Facebook, which is now under the group of a brand new name, 4 State Gamers. So this it used to be Nintendo Switch fans of Pittsburgh and Joplin, and I kind of did some thinking a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I should really try to make the group a little more inclusive than just Nintendo news, all the good. But I thought, well, maybe I should try to be fair to all of the other platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So in doing so, I have rebranded the group. I've changed the fundamentals of the group. It is now known as 4 State Gamers. So now that means we will have news from all the consoles on this Facebook group page. And of course, you got to fill out the certain requirements that before you join in on the page. You got to fill out those requirements. You got to be a resident of the 4 State local area, which is predominant by the Joplin, Missouri, and Pittsburgh, Kansas markets. Predominant on those. And just so you know what your favorite consoles are. So that's pretty much all you gotta require and fill out. So anyway, there's no more Nintendo Switch fans of Pittsburgh and Joplin. There is now 4 State Gamers. And this stream here is the first stream to show up on Facebook. So for those watching on Facebook, I apologize for the abrupt change, but this is a change I think this is going to be very beneficial for our small group, and in hopes of reaching more people to join this group, where I mainly share a lot of news and headlines, especially Nintendo stuff, because I'm a big Nintendo fan. But I realize I need to be a little more fair and a little more unbiased towards all of the other gaming fans, Xbox, PlayStation, and of course PC. So anyway, that's my little big change right there, and this happened on Monday. This is something I thought about for a little bit and thought, well, go ahead, make that change and announce about the change. But I think this is a change on the Facebook group that very, very beneficial, not just for Nintendo fans, but I believe for all fans of the gaming area. Of course, you can also still find me sharing news articles, links, fun stuff, fun posts, all that, as well as consoles available for sale. So anyway, I'm also streaming on Facebook under the new group name of 4 State Gamers. And of course, you guys can also add me on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and Epic Games as Tuxedo29. Most of you probably wondering, why am I not streaming Fall Guys this week? I'll tell you guys. Let me just get back on normal self real quick. Alright, why am I not streaming Fall Guys this week? It is frustrating. It is very frustrating to play Fall Guys this week. They have upped the hard factor. And this is all for a new costume, a new Golden Gladiator costume. And it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Hard to qualify, hard to make it to the finals, and hard to win. I've gotten almost all of the requirements met for it, except a solo win. That's all I need is a solo win. And it's been frustrating. Like, they start out with like numbers between 50 and 60, and then it drops dramatically into like, I don't know, 42 to 26, around that number area. And that's just like after round 1. That's just after round 1. So anyway, I've been frustratingly trying to get the solo win. I mean, I could do it tonight on the stream, but I'm not. I'm like, I've not been into Fall Guys at all this week. I have not. Instead, I have been into something much more interesting. So, after Sunday's Analog Pocket stream, of course, you can find that video on all of the channels, either watching from right now. You can find that in the replay, or you can just go to another platform and check it out. Anyway, you can check out that video that I did on Sunday. So basically, I talked about what the Analog Pocket is and why you should invest in one. So, if you don't know what the Analog Pocket is, think of it as a souped-up Game Boy. So, this is what the Analog Pocket looks like. This just came out at the end of last year. This was announced back in 2020 or 2019. This was announced back in 2019 that they were releasing a console that is specifically designed to play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, and with special adapters, it can play Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, and Atari Lynx. All of those in good, clear condition, really good graphics. So, I will show you guys the prowess of this in just a little bit. So, like I said, I got some goodies I want to share off with you guys, and some of those will have to do with the Game Boy stuff. So I'm going to start off with, took advantage of GameStop today, just kind of looked around a little bit, and they actually had like, I don't know why the sticker's stuck on there. Anyway, they had a lot of good big stuff on clearance, they still do, so I was just kind of looking around. And they had clearance t-shirts. So, and of course, clearance t-shirts, they had it for $5 or $7. So, I went and got this awesome My Hero Academia one, the one in blue, which is super awesome. We got Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, who is well known as Deku, All Might, and Shigaraki. He's the main villain of the League of Villains, Shigaraki. I believe that's his name, Shigaraki. So, anyway, I got this, and it's in my size, and it's an awesome shirt. Cannot wait to wear this, hopefully next week, but it's an awesome shirt. And again, this was part of a, this was a this was a $7 by itself. But wait, I went to check out, and the guy at the register told me those shirts were actually, if you get 2 of those, that's $5. So I'm like, okay. So, and I was looking around, and I got this one right here. I got this shirt right here. So this awesome Mario shirt right here. So you got the question block. And then if you look in the details, really hard to see, but you got all the different Mario power-ups. You got the star, you got the turtle shell, the fire flower, the boomerang flower, just to name a few. So, awesome to see that, and that was part of that 2 for $5 deal the guy at the register told me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for it. So I found the one, what's called Question Icon T. But I like these. These are awesome shirts, and I got them at a really good deal. Head on over to your local GameStop and see if they got any cool stuff around as well. And then another deal I got, and this is from my friend's store. So I got a coworker who's got a birthday coming up, and I was asking, I know what my coworker likes. He likes the Atlanta Braves. That's his favorite baseball team of all time. And I was eyeing that they got a section at the store, in the back of the store, for autographed baseballs. So I thought that'd make a good one. And then luckily there's a guy at the store who knows his sports. So I asked him, like, do you have any autographed baseballs for players from the Atlanta Braves? So he looked around a little bit, and I found a couple, and then there's one like I'd never heard of, but I hear he's a great pitcher. So his name is Al Hrabosky. So anyway, this is an autograph baseball of that, $10, really good deal. I thought it was a really good deal. It was either that or Jorge Soler, who used to be a former Royal, and now he's with the Atlanta Braves, and he actually helped them win the World Series last year. So anyway. But the guy told me is that this former player had whenever he signed these, he put a lot of personality into the into these autographed balls, so these autographed baseballs. And he actually told me he had someone come in and authenticated that was an actual signature of this player. So awesome to see that. super awesome. I believe my coworker is really, really going to enjoy this. And if the Facebook group's watching, shh, don't tell him. It's his birthday present. So, it's an awesome birthday present that I think he's really going to enjoy that. So, and his birthday's not until the end of next month, but it's good to think ahead and think of, you know, finding out and, you know, doing all that. So, anyway, I do have other more deals I do want to show off. So, I'm going to start with one from eBay. So, found a good offer on this earlier this week. Of course, I am talking about a Game Boy Color console, but $50. I thought to make an offer and go for it. So I got a big story to tell about this. So big story, and it actually has to start with this Game Boy Color system. This has to start with this. Okay, so this happened on Tuesday. I went to Pittsburgh and to a local pawn shop that will be closing, hopefully, but probably by the end of the year. And I was just looking around, and I got this Game Boy Color system for $85. Of course, it was $75. He offered a good deal, $75 for the system and 3 games. And of course, I actually traded some of those. They weren't really games; they were like video players. So, anyway, I got this, and I'm like, this is super cool and super awesome. We tested it in the store. It works. Everything about it works really good. So that kind of got me excited about this. So I am planning on using this as a tournament prize in my Smash Bros. Tournament in October. And of course, I will have more details about that by end of this month / next month. I'll have more information on that. So anyway, I got home, and then I was just kind of looking up at different Game Boy stuff, and there was another one that I had an offer for. It was a purple one, and it had 2 games with it, and I just put in a offer for like $60 for it. That's just out of the whirlwind. And then the guy on eBay counter offered for $56. I'm like, okay, let's go, let's do this. So $56, or I accepted a Game Boy Color system and 2 games. Then I woke up the next morning, canceled. The guy canceled the order. So that left me bummed. So I ended up going through a bunch of Game Boy Colors on eBay, just making offers left and right. And surprisingly enough, I didn't think I was going to get any one of these. I only got not 1, not 2, about 3 Game Boy Color systems. Like 3 of these teal ones right here. 3 of these teal systems. But it's more like a blue, but these are actually teal. So anyway, this is the first one that came out of the 3. The second one's on the way, and the third one still is yet to be shipped. So, but I am planning on, I am considering using giving away 2 Game Boy Game Boy Color systems at the Smash Bros. Tournament that I'm planning in October, and I'm going to give one of these to the same coworker that I've mentioned. I told him I got 3 of these, and he gets first pick out of all of them. And like I said, these do work. I can prove it to you. So let's go ahead. And of course, this one actually does not come with the battery cover, but I just actually ordered one from DKOldies.com. $3.50 for a replacement cover, but it will do. It's not the teal one, but it will do. So to kind of prove it works, so got these classic batteries. So I will go ahead and put these in. So, and I apologize, you guys might not be able to hear this very well, so keep the music pretty low. Let me see if I can turn this on and see if you can hear it. So here we go. Actually, let's see it first. It works. And of course, notice there's a little, the Nintendo logo's a little blurred out. But that's okay, at least, I mean, we can still see that it works. So, to prove that, this one works, and they both said they work, and this one was from the pawn shop. So, I'm going to take a game. It's got to be either Game Boy or Game Boy Color, because obviously Game Boy Advance will not work on these. So, I'm going to take one of the games that I purchased today, which is Jurassic Park. Got that. It was $8, but it did not read very well at first. So, again, if you need to know how to put these classic Game Boys in, just put it in the back. Make sure sticker sticks out. And nice. And it's in the Nintendo logo. Sometimes they need a good cleaning, and other times you just need to blow into it. So, don't mind me just cleaning. So this needs a little... There it goes. And should work. Well, it should work. There it goes. So now I'm getting some picture on this, but you can see it's not going to be the best quality, but it looks so good on the color. So, can you guys hear that? I know it's kind of hard to hear that. I don't have a microphone right now, but any mics that I have is just not going to do the best quality. So, anyway, it's just seeing how cool and awesome it is to play this on the console, so. So, this is so awesome. Really awesome to see that, but you can barely see it on these original Game Boy Colors, so you need to make sure that you're under a, a light source. But that's super awesome. So, anyway, I got not one, not two, but 3 of these officially on the way. And I'm also going to show you guys in this system as well. Uh-oh. That one's... Hang on, this one might need a little cleaned up. Somehow this one's not doing right. And see, I did clean this out with some isopropyl, or whatever it's pronounced. Anyway, it's a special cleaner that you use for... There it goes. Now it's finally working. So I've been cleaning this out a lot, because when I first plugged it into my Analog Pocket the first time, it just gave me an error message, and now it's now working, so you can clearly see trying to see if you guys can hear that. Can you hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I wish I should have hooked up with another mic before I heard them, so. Give me a quick second. I will hook up another mic. I will hook up a mic and try to go from there. So. Yes, I'm going to do this all live. So I have a spare mic that I haven't used. So I apologize, guys, for the late abruptions. So, and the squeaking noise on the chair. So I'm going to try to, knocked it off. It's a good quality mic. It's a good quality mic. Of course, it's this Nahimic one there. So, well, that's lovely. It came out. It got disconnected. So I apologize, guys. So I'm just gonna... It's called live broadcasting. Okay, so give me a second. I'm going to add a new okay, so now that's pretty loud. So anyway, that is pretty loud. Let me see now. All right, I'm gonna know if you guys can hear this now. So here I go. So yeah, you can clearly hear the difference. So apologize for that, you guys. I really do. But both of these systems do work, and they are both like ready to go. Well, they do take a little bit of work, but so anyway, I thought I'd show off some really cool, awesome little goodies that I got earlier this week. So I got this yesterday in eBay, and I got this on Tuesday. And of course, I am planning on using these for tournament prizes with the Smash Bros. Tournament coming in October. So, well, I showed this on the stream before, but I actually went ahead and repicked it back up. Oops. Sorry about that. Copy of Pokemon Gold. I went back to my friend's store and I told him I wanted it back, and I sold it for like 20 and traded in some other games and got $10 off and paid him $10 back. So got that, took this to another local store called Gameco. They looked at it and they said there wasn't anything wrong with the circuit. It's just circuit board itself. I'm like, that's good. And he also said this is an authenticated copy of Pokemon Gold. This is authentic. So he told me I just need to get some isopropyl. Again, it's a great alcohol material that you can use to clean up your game cartridges. So he suggested that I take that and apply it to the pins and let it dry. So anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and actually play it on this console, on this this Game Boy Color. So here we go. I'm gonna So if you guys are wanting to get your nostalgia fix tonight, this is the stream that you want to tune into. So again, awesome to be playing an authentic Pokemon game on a system that was designed for it. Truly awesome. It's just so cool. And again, these systems, Game Boy Colors came out in '98. The original Game Boy came out in '89. So, but the thing about the Game Boy Color, what makes it so unique to the original Game Boy is that, for one, you had color. And you actually had a lot of color on these consoles. So you could see, instead of seeing the black and white, you get to see the color on the consoles. So, really cool to see Game Boy Colors. And again, if you go to a local pawn shop, their retail value is going to be around $60, $70 for that, which is really good, which ain't that bad. It's actually pretty good. So if you want to pick up a really nice retro console to enjoy your childhood in, then pick this up. Of course, I never grew up with the Game Boy Color. I did not grow up with the Game Boy Color. I instead had a Game Boy Advance. So this was my original Game Boy Advance I got in 2004. Of course, these came out in 2003. So, this awesome Game Boy Advance. I've had a lot of great memories, a lot of fun times with games. I played a lot of Super Mario World, Shrek Super Slam, just to name a couple. A lot of fun times, a lot of fun games, and especially on the Game Boy Advance. And my Game Boy Advance actually... So, to prove that, I have this... I also got this nice little case today, too. And I also have a copy of perhaps one of the biggest games of all time on Game Boy Advance. I'm talking about Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. So, I'm just going to stick this into the Game Boy Advance and show it off how it works. So, kind of hard to see because today the Game Boys here are not super tech, but if you can listen closely. You hear that good? I mean, that sounds nice and all, but it's, again, the thing about today's thing about Game Boys and today's technology, it's fun to hold, but these are over 20, nearly 30 years old. So they are going to be hard to find, but it's just, the thing is, the screens itself, they're not going to live up to today's standards. Everything's all bright screen, your phones, your tablets, your laptops, gaming consoles, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, bigger and brighter and easier to see. But back in the days of these, you didn't have automatic high brightness on this, unless you had a Game Boy Advance SP, which, you know, unless you had one of those, then, you know, it has a built-in backlight, which it just push of a button on it, but these Game Boy Advances did not. But the SPs did. But they were also fun consoles to hold too. But this just feels so cool and so awesome to actually hold these retro consoles. It just feels so awesome to have one of these and to hold it. But you're wondering, how am I gonna, you know, how can I get a hold of these classic games in today's world? Well, I'm glad you asked. We got numerous ways you can. You can go to a local pawn shop or eBay and get one of these local handhelds for a decent amount of price. So about $100 or so. And that's today's standard. That's pretty much today's standard. You can do that, but you also got to deal with the backlight issue. Again, not the best in backlight quality. You got to be underneath a light, like a physical light, like the one above my head. Like, I turn this off, it's dark. But I just turn on a light bulb above my head. So, and you got to have that light to play these games so you can see what you're playing. Same thing goes for the original Game Boy and Game Boy Color systems. But, what if I told you there's a brand new way to actually play these retro games? Yeah, there actually is. And this is where it leads to the Analogue Pocket. So, if you guys never heard of Analogue, they specialize in making special consoles without emulation. There's been a lot of, you know, you go all over the internet, you can see modded Game Boy Colors, you can see all those different mods that can play so many more different games than what it can or what it's possible to do. But the Analogue Pocket, zero emulation. This console is designed to play classic games. This console is designed to play classic games. No emulation needed. All you got to do is like what I've showed you how to do. On the back of this console, this thing can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and with an adapter, Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, and Atari Lynx console or games. So, to prove this, I am going to And again, if you've been tuning into the stream, you notice all the startups that I've had with the Advance and the Advance and the Game Boy Colors. Well, now I'm going to show you a big, significant difference in the Analog Pocket. So, that's weird. Okay, to show this off, I have a weird error on that, so I'm going to put in Pokemon Gold. Put that in. Turn the other mic on and play. Oh, it's giving me an error. Now to fix these up, too. Have to blow into it just to make sure it works. There it goes. So, you can clearly see how brighter that is. You can actually see it. And you can clearly hear how louder that is, too. You believe me now? When I see when it's that loud? It's that crazy loud. This is crazy loud. I turned it back down, and kind of hard to see with the color of this because this is like the same display as like your phone. Really hard to see. But man, it just looks so good. You can see the Pokemon logo on this. You can see that. The screen is so much bigger, brighter, and better. And the colors just splashes. Really, really awesome. And I will talk more about the Analog Pocket in just a little bit. So this is super awesome. So, I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And then I am going to talk to you guys more about the Analog Pocket. So there we go. All right, here it is. I'm going to turn down this game. So anyway, what is the Analog Pocket? So, and of course, I covered all this on the Sunday stream too. If you wish to not go past this part, then I don't blame you. I'm just going ahead and re-mentioning those who have not heard it before. So meet the Analog Pocket, a multi-video game portable handheld. It's also a digital audio workstation with a built-in synthesizer and sequencer, a tribute to portable gaming. It is compatible with nearly almost every Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance cartridge in the library. Pocket also works with cartridge adapters like Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, Atari Lynx, and more, with 2 FPGAs and no emulation. So this console also has the screen's a lot bigger than the original. The screen is a lot bigger than the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. So you need to see some comparison on that. So here's the Game Boy Color. So there's the Game Boy Color, and then here's the Game Boy or the Analog Pocket. Look how bigger that is. The whole screen of the Analog Pocket, about size for size, is about the same as the entire color console from border to edge. That's crazy. That is just crazy. I'm just now noticing this too myself. So the Analog Pocket screen, whole 3.5-inch screen, is about as big as the whole screen plus border of the Game Boy Color. So that's just a little mind-boggling to me. So, and the resolution, so much better. It has 10 times the resolution of the original Game Boy, 1600 by 1440 resolution. That is crazy. So it's going to look really, really good. And also pro level color accuracy, dynamic range, and brightness. The display is even made from Gorilla Glass. So that's really awesome. There's never been a display this advanced on a video game system. And again, does it all. Game Gear, Neo Geo, Pocket Color, and Atari Lynx. Those will be available later this year, but like I said, it plays Game Boy Advance, Game Boys, and Game Boy Colors. So I'm going to skip the past about the music making because I don't care about that. I just want to play classic games. And if you want classic, accessories, they got a pocket-to-pocket link. You can sync 2 pockets running Nano Loop, the original Link style, and all cables compatible with original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance models, except the first Game Boy. Okay. There's also the sleep and wake function. So that means, take this for example. I got the game on right now, but if I need to go into sleep mode, no, I don't. Oops, I accidentally hit new game. I didn't mean to hit new game. I have one that I started. Okay, so thankfully I didn't I haven't gotten too far into this yet, so I'm not gonna do a new game. So anyway, to prove let's talk about the sleep wake function. So I got this right here. Again, kind of hard to see. Really hard to see because of the brightness on that screen. Anyway, just to show off how the sleep wake function works, on the side of here there's this green button, and then all I gotta do is push it once, and it says sleep, and it goes to sleep. And if you need to wake it up, just push it again, and it wakes. So that's super cool and super awesome. All right, next, you can also do the original display modes. So you can transform Pocket's display into display of an original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance. Works in all. The Pocket 615 PPI display allows astonishingly accurate recreation of original hardware display characteristics like backlight, LCD effects, pixel grid patterns, and LCD subpixel patterns. So we got Game Boy, there's Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance. So basically, you can change. One of the cool things about the system at the Analog Pocket, you can change the display mode. So basically, I have it here on. This is the analog Game Boy Color. This is the analog's version. You got to hold down the analog logo button, which is that middle one right there. Hold it, and then the left or right D-pad. And then there's the original LCD. And you can see that a lot better. You can see that pretty good. So that's the original LCD. But I like the, so if you really want to go nostalgic, you can do it that way. You can do it that way. Or, I'm going to exit out. I'm going to take out this. And I'm also going to show off with the Game Boy Advance. So there's the Jurassic Park. And then hold the middle logo down. And then you can change all that. You even have that pea soup green. You can change it into that. You also got original Game Boy Pocket display, which is really cool. Black and white. Original Game Boy Pocket Light. And you also have this interesting Neo Geo, this Matrix, what they call it. It makes you think of a virtual console, which is really cool. But honestly, so you got analog GB and the original Game Boy. So if you really want that pea soup green, that's one setting you can set it on. Of course, you also got Game Boy Pocket Light, and the Neon Matrix. So that's really cool. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. And then I'll show you the Game Boy Advance. So there's not a lot of Game Boy Advance. So Game Boy Advance. So this is on the analog, and So there's original Game Boy LCD, original Game Boy SP-101, and that's it. So basically, I think Nintendo released a model of the Game Boy Advance SP. So like there's the LCD, and then there was one that was even brighter than that. So there was like two different models of the SP. So really cool to see that, but I prefer. There's not much of a difference between. Um, there's not a lot of difference between the analog GBA and the original GBA SP-101. Not much, but really cool to see all of that. Um, so yeah, you can basically change the displays on there. So moving on, there's no better way to explore all of handheld gaming history than with Pocket. I mean, we look at this console, a lot of great things. It could fit a lot of the consoles. The speakers are on the side. It sounds amazing. All sorts of great stuff. Big stuff, and a traditional D-pad. And of course, the buttons with, it says FPGA on the bottom left side. Again, there's two of those on this console. There's two of those. And of course, you got your power button and your plus minus button. In two different designs, you got black and white. And it also comes with the dock. And also coming in the future will be some libraries, so you will be able to play some of these games in with the library. So this is the dock. You can basically just plant it onto the dock that they have, and you can play games on the big screen. It will take a any wireless Itbit-Do, Bluetooth, or 2.4G controller directly to dock for wireless play, up to 4-player support. You can connect controllers directly via USB. So that's the dock. And of course, you can link up the cables and connect up to 4 pockets for the console. So that's really cool. And the interesting thing, it's on the bottom, but it's the original game link you can use for the like from the Game Boy Advance, so, or Game Boy, which is really awesome. Like you can see it on the color. Again, there's a little bit of a difference between the cables on that. But this is actually the bottom of this. The link cable here is actually more connection with a Game Boy Advance than as would a a Game Boy Color system. So just setting all this stuff down, and a lot of good stuff, a lot of great stuff, and I'm just loving talking about it tonight. So they also come the Pocket hard case. Again, that's $30 on there, but honestly, I don't need the I'm trying to find my protective case that I've had. There it is. I don't need a protective case, hard case for that. I got this nice little bag here. This bag does the job, and I can easily just slide it in and cover and zip it up, and it's good to go. And of course, I take good care of my stuff too. This section talks about making your own games, which I'm not going to do. So a lot of technical specifications. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game cartridges. 3.5-inch screen LCD, 1600 by 1440 resolution, 615 ppi. Variable refresh display, rechargeable lithium-ion 4300 mAh battery, 6 to 10 hour gameplay time, and 10 plus hour sleep time. A lot of people are loving about the battery. The battery's pretty good. 6 to 10 hours of gameplay time and 10 plus hours of sleep time, which is really big. All the buttons are mappable. Stereo speakers. Again, the speakers are on the top and to the side. You will need a micro SD card slot because this device does not connect to the internet. You will need to download updates onto a micro SD card, and then painstakingly, right here is where the micro SD card is. You gotta, once you get the update on there, it'll update, and it's a pain to get the cards in. Easy to get out, hard to get back in. It's just a lot of pushing. USB-C charging, so it takes the same controller as most iPhones and the Switch, an original style link port, and it's also got a 3.5 millimeter headphone output, which is right there. And of course, the dock has 1080p HDMI output, Bluetooth, and 2.4G support for wireless controllers, 2 USB inputs for wired controllers, up to 4-player support, 4-player Bluetooth, 2-player 2.4G, and 2-player wired USB, power dock on from the controller, and of course you got the adapters, a Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, and Neo Geo Pocket Color, Atari leaks, and the TurboGrafx 16. So, a lot of interesting stuff and information. The big thing about this console is that if you go to pre-order, so if you go to like the pre-order, the everything about it, of course, you won't get it right then. You're gonna have to wait till 2023. But if you really want one, I suggest hitting up eBay. That would be your best bet to go and get one of the consoles. I understand you'll be paying a lot more for it. I got the one I had for about $400, which is a lot of money, but I didn't want to wait. So if you really don't want to wait, then invest in one while you can. Just remember it's going to cost a lot of money. And of course, the accessories, $100 for the dock, $30 for a pocket hard case, a tempered screen glass protector is $15, and a USB-C power supply, of course. In the original box for the pocket, it will not include this USB-C power supply. It will not include it. The adapters. So adapters are $30, and again, TurboGrafx 16 adapter, $30, and these are all supposed to be coming in 2022. The Game Gear adapter will come in 2023, so a long wait for those. Pocket to pocket, all the different cables. Don't expect any of those until 2023, and of course, a special USB-C cable, $16. Don't expect until 2023. And these are very interesting. Again, these Mega SG are designed to play Sega Genesis games. So a lot of Sega Genesis games. The accessories on those. Super NT designed to play SNES games. And NT Mini Noir, it can also play NES games. Again, all of these without emulation. So, honestly, based on what you've seen and heard besides me talking about it and showing it to you, I think it's a pretty good investment. So, you're probably wondering, okay, I got me a Game Boy Color, a Game Boy Advance, or the Analog Pocket. Well, where can I go and find great games? Well, you can go on eBay to look for great games. You can also check out your local pawn shop too and see if they have any. One of my favorite personal recommendations is dkold.com. So basically, this website deals with a lot of great retro consoles and games